Our district well. I'm also president of the Redland Citizens Association and have been serving since 2006. I'm founder and president of Redland Rescue, which is a canine rescue. I'm an original organizer for Hold the Line, early supporter of the Miami Beach Preservation League, former member of the North Miami Film Board, and served on the Crone Avenue South CAC. And there's actually more I could add, but I want to shorten. My career has actually started off in finance. I was one of 2 women bond traders at the Mercantile Exchange in Chicago way back in the 80s. I moved to Florida and took a job with an investment banking firm where I then became a financial advisor and I specialized in initial public offerings. I retired in the late 90s from that industry and I went to work with my father, who was one of the people on the forefront of the restoration of South Beach. I learned how to renovate Art Deco buildings, working with the Preservation League and with the city, and look at what South Beach is now. One of our first buildings on Ocean Drive was actually in the first Art Deco weekend poster, and I have it signed by the artist. It was a vision I never thought I would see what it is now. I've also done many redevelopment projects in South Beach and through South Florida. And this is hands-on project management, budget, everything you name it. I did it getting dirty and then dealing with the bankers. I have done it all. I also co-own a business with my husband, who's here tonight, and it's in the film industry, and he's been in that industry for 25 years. This county and South Florida are facing serious challenges. We have limited land and water resources, jobs, education, the local economy, and more are a short list of challenges we are facing. I welcome the opportunity to tackle them, and I hope I can do it as well as Kate. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Linda Bell. I am a lifelong Floridian, and I'm a 31-year resident of Miami-Dade County. And I would like to recognize my husband who's here tonight. I know during this last election cycle we were Joe the plumber. My husband is Mark the plumber. So thank you very much. Mark and I just celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary back in October. We have 3 grandchildren, 7 grandchildren, and we have 1 more grandchild on the way. So in September, I should be, the grandmother will be the grandparents of 8 grandchildren, so I'm very proud of that. So I am the former councilwoman, the former vice mayor, and the former mayor of the city of Homestead. The city of Homestead is the 2nd oldest city in all of Miami-Dade County, and I'm the first woman mayor, the only woman mayor in the city of Homestead's history. And I have to tell you, it only took 100 years, so that's pretty good. I'm very proud of the accomplishments in the city of Homestead. You know, I think many people don't realize that the zip code of 33030 was the hardest hit zip code in the nation in the area of foreclosures. This last year we were hit with a 25% reduction in property values, so we saw a large slam in the values. I was able to balance the budget, shave $11 million off the budget, cut staffing from the top down, not from the bottom up, which we all often see in government, by 11%. Reduced the city manager's office from a staff of 5 to a staff of 2. We were the most diverse office I think I've ever seen in the city of Homestead. I know how to balance the budget. I know how to exercise it. The city of Homestead has the services that no other city has. We have our own electric utility plant, our own wastewater treatment plant with 100% reuse, by the way. We have our own garbage service, recycling, police department, racetrack. And I can go on and on. But there are so many areas that I'm very well acquainted with government. I'm well acquainted. We also have won numerous awards and accolades for our budgets, for our accounting, for our audits as well. I'm very proud of that. I've been a 2-year member on the Metropolitan Planning Organization, and I'm very proud of the accomplishments that we've served at the City of Homestead, the former City Council as well, and I want to commend all of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Thanks to UEL for organizing this event. I'm Albert Caramel-Liz. Thanks to my wife for agreeing to allow me to do this race. Thanks to my mom, Jean Harem, for everything that she's done over the years, many things, and now in this race as well. Jean Harem. Thanks to you all for coming out and for caring about your democracy. And a special thanks to my fellow candidates for your service and for taking this risk that we call running for office. My public service began in 1982, teaching school in Overtown. I went on to teach in Brownsville, Liberty City, Coral Gables, South Central Los Angeles, and Watts. And I requested the tough classes. The common wisdom said that those children that I taught couldn't learn. And that common wisdom was wrong. My students and I, we succeeded together. My wife, Annie, and I founded a company that was successful enough that eventually, by pinching pennies, we both were able to stay home and raise our kids together. That wasn't supposed to be possible either, but we did it. I've had the blessing of being able to volunteer, first in the PTA, then in neighborhood groups, and in county-wide battles. I'm proud that over 15 years, I've helped our team win battles that we weren't supposed to win against opponents who were much bigger and better funded than we were. I've learned that the common wisdom itself can be defeated if you're willing to work hard, believe in what you're doing, and team up with the good people around me. And that's exactly what I'm doing in this campaign, teaming up with the good people around me. And they're lifting me up in turn. And I promise to do that the same for all the citizens of Miami Dade County. Thank you very much.
Okay, first request, some coffee up here. For all of us, okay? It's not that it's going to be that long a night, but let's go. Okay, I am going to start on here. Okay, with the same question to be answered by everyone up here. Okay, many planning studies have recommended that development, including higher density development, be concentrated along transit corridors, whether that's US 1 or any of the east-west transit corridors. What is your approach to this issue, and how would you balance local concerns with the demand for higher density?
I need to look at my One thing that has been rather problematic with the development along transit corridors is in District 8 in Naranja and Princeton, there was some higher density development, and the transitional into the ag area was problematic. I believe we can work those issues out. But that is probably unique to what Commissioner Sorensen has already set in place on these charrettes and in this development. There were some recent master plan applications along Northwest 79th Street, which is a transit corridor, and it is an incredibly vital area. I did not hear any neighbor concerns. I believe if you're familiar enough with the area and you work with the community and you understand where the development trends are, it's very easy for someone like me to see if something is workable or not, and make sure there's a good transition from the higher density into the lower density, and that, I believe, would be the key to some of the planning issues. Thank you.
I'm going to just continue to pass it along.
Thank you. Actually, we discussed this and had this issue in our municipality as well. The idea is there are certain areas within any kind of city and any kind of municipality that have those areas where you want very low density, and then there's areas where higher density is acceptable. The reason, and I actually attended the Design Institute in Jupiter Design Institute.